Cooper Marcher here. An abandoned dog now lives her best life with firefighters. There's a pit bull named Ashley who unfortunately ended up under the care of people who were rather irresponsible. They hardly fed her and they didn't always take her out. She was even left outside in a storm, the poor girl. The co-founder of the No More Pain Rescue, Erica, along with her fiance Michael, luckily found Ashley in January 2017. We got a phone call from somebody that there was a couple living in an abandoned house, they told the press. They had no heat or electricity, and they had a dog there. The poor dog was left out in a snowstorm. I guess they went to find somewhere warm to stay, and they left the dog behind. So as soon as we got the phone call, we ran to go get her, Erica said. The couple drove to Ashley's location, and once there, Michael went inside the home to find the mistreated dog. They soon found out that there was no electricity and it was freezing inside. Ashley didn't have food or water either. It was a horrible place to live in. Thankfully, Ashley was unharmed, and as soon as Michael walked her out of the home, the dog couldn't hide her excitement. She came running down super happy and jumped straight into the car. Ashley was thin and malnourished, and her ribs stuck out of her skin. She was 25 pounds underweight during her checkup with obvious signs of physical trauma. Ashley had cigarette burns on the top of her head. Sometimes I don't like human beings. Ashley couldn't stay in the shelter as they didn't have room for her, so they found a foster home. Good thing they had friends in the New York City Fire Department. Fort Pitt Station once had a dog, so the couple asked the firefighters if they could take Ashley until they could find her a good home. As soon as she walked into the firehouse, her tail was wagging, she was licking and greeting everybody. She was so happy. From where she came from, you wouldn't really expect that. You would think that she'd be a little skittish, but she wasn't at all. The fire department fell in love with Ashley, and after a few days, they called Erica to ask if they could keep her. They said, "We're going to adopt her. We just love her so much. She is at home here," and so everybody was thrilled. And as soon as I walked in there to see her, I knew that's where she belonged, Erica said. Ashley finally found a wonderful home. She's constantly on the go. She goes on smaller runs with the firemen. She goes on the fire truck with them. They walk her about 30 times a day. They bring her on the roof to play. She's constantly in the kitchen watching them. She has endless supplies of treats, and the firefighters even gave her a seat in their truck. I'm so glad we got her into a home that shows her nothing but love, Erica said. It was an unbelievable feeling to know that that's where she belonged. I'm so glad things worked out for Ashley. Have a happy life, Ashley, and thanks so much to the firefighters, too. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.